I was one of the lucky ones. I got to work for Nike for 31 years, and early on in my career I was even luckier. I got to work with Sandy Bodecker, and I got to watch and learn from Sandy about true product innovation and true passion about product and serving athletes. And then I was even more fortunate to be asked by Sandy to join him on the journey in creating Nike SB. Early on in the footwear career, Sandy had a reputation. He even had a nickname. He was called Bodecker Wrecker. And that was because Mark, Tinker, Tom Clark, and even Phil Knight would ask Sandy to take on the biggest challenges. If they needed a product innovation brought to life on time, they would ask Sandy, because they trusted Sandy would deliver. Sandy was a wrecking ball. He was a wrecking ball of passion, creativity, and commitment. There was no challenge too big for Sandy. He could do anything. He would break every rule, and he would always deliver. And Sandy instilled that in everyone around him, and that's what I gained working with Sandy in footwear development. The SB story was a Sandy Bodecker story. Mark Parker threw out the big challenge of connecting the swoosh with the core tight community of skateboarding. This was a community that distrusted brands and that could smell posers and fakes and people out to make a quick buck. And in the beginning, I can tell you the antibodies were strong against Nike. So this was the perfect challenge, an impossible mission. Perfect for Sandy Bodecker. So Sandy did what he does. He's a visionary. He saw things that other people didn't see. He taught us that true change was generational, that you had to focus on the young athlete. And that's what we did. Sandy always taught us to respect the past in order to create the future. It takes time. You have to be patient. You have to nurture, grow, and protect. Sandy was a great protector. Nike SB, the brand, stands the test of time, and it's a testament to Sandy and doing things the right way, the SB way. It's a family, not a team. Sandy was a team guy, but it goes way deeper than that. In Nike SB, Sandy pulled from deep in the core the Hunter Murairas, the Kevin Imamuras, the Darren O'Briens, and he brought in and sprinkled just the right amount of talent from Nike with the Michael Hernandezes, the Damian Triplets, the Chet Davises, the Scott Leclercs, Janice Whites, Sol Becks. I can go on and on. If you were down for the cause, Sandy was down for you. So for Sandy, the magic was in the mix. He challenged us, he entertained us, he inspired us, and he always, always made sure we had fun along the way. And it was a family. And once you're in the family with Sandy, you're always in. He respected all of us. He cared deeply for all of us, and we cared deeply for him. He was a true leader. Bright tees, big smiles, and big hugs. For those that know Sandy, he was a t-shirt guy. He loved a good t-shirt, and he had quite a collection. And his t-shirts, quite frankly, were a reflection of who he was. They were bright, they were bold. Sometimes they had a message, and that message was tongue-in-cheek, and sometimes it was very serious about something that Sandy was passionate about. I can still see Sandy today lighting up a room with his bright tee, his big smile, and those big Sandy hugs with those big Sandy biceps. You guys remember those. And the only thing bigger than Sandy's biceps was Sandy's heart. Sandy would literally give you the t-shirt off his back. He was that guy. He cared deeply about everyone around him. Sandy was not ordinary. In fact, Sandy was extraordinary. Sandy always took the road less traveled. Sandy will be missed, but Sandy will live on. And for those of you who know Sandy, he wasn't good at resting. No, that wasn't his strength. And that got him into trouble a few times. So I'm just going to say, Sandy, may you go in peace, with much respect, much love, and much aloha. From DB to SB. I recall the story. One morning, Sandy came into Mia Hamm early in our shared office at the time, wearing a t-shirt, and he asked me, what do I think of his t-shirt? I turned and looked, and I saw big bold letters that said, "Fuck Audie." And Sandy, with his mischievous smile, said, "I'm off to senior management meetings with Mark Parker today." And I thought, oh, this will be interesting. But it was Sandy, and you would expect no less. So later in the afternoon, he came back, but he wasn't wearing the t-shirt. So I asked Sandy, what happened to the t-shirt? He leans into me, he says, Dan, with that big Sandy smile, he says, maybe I pushed it a little bit too far today. Mark asked me to make a more appropriate apparel choice. And we laughed. But what I love about that story is that Sandy was always pushing it. He was bold. He was always kind of giving it to the man. But in this case, there's one person, and maybe only one person in this room, that could ask him to take that t-shirt off. That's Mark Parker. And that was because Sandy had so much respect, so much love, and so much friendship for Mark that he would do it. And that's how Sandy was. He cared more about those people that were around him.